When you and a person dear to your heart come together again, the question might arise, will anything change? Will it be just like it used to be? Or will there be a change? What will it be like when you come together again? Or when you come together? What will the relationship look like? And now let's take a look at what the energies want to say. We are tapping into the most present energy. We are in the collective, and person cards are gender neutral. And those person cards, yes, sorry, collective life may not apply to everyone. And this applies to both male and female. A very warm love hello, a very heartfelt love, truly from the heart. A forthcoming hug to you all. Thank you for being there, dear ones. The question also came from the collective again. And, you can always feel free to send me suggestions regarding the collective reading. And I am always very, very happy to take them up and then pose the question. And I am truly very, very grateful to you. You are such a wonderful enrichment every day for me. Your presence, what you give me in the comments, and this trust you bestow upon me. A very heartfelt thank you for that. So, and now let's take a look. I am now posing the question to a dear person, if there will be a change. So, good. We have the Ace of Coins. With the Ace of Coins, I find it fantastic right from the start that there will be valuable opportunities here. Given that there will be valuable opportunities here. So we definitely have a chance. Your dear person might also be hoping for a chance here. In any case, it looks like this. We have luck with us and security, especially security in love. What is still uncertain now. And this lack of planning, perhaps, it already shows moving towards security, especially in love. This valuable aspect concerning a relationship. A topic here might also be the material aspect, which might currently still be a bit in between. Lingering, and in any case, it's about opportunity here. So a dear person is already occupied with this. And there is something is still going to happen, something is dormant within him, which he might not be able to fully grasp yet. But we will look into what exactly it is. And so, please take a look at this. We have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is absolutely fantastic again, but because it shows that when it comes to a change here, this is it. The lightheartedness transitions into satisfaction. This gratitude as well. However, we still see a withdrawal. The withdrawal and this loneliness. Something is still lingering with him, and somewhere he is still struggling. But he does want the community. So something is dormant. Here within him, something that might still be blocking him a little bit. But we are looking closely. But regarding the question of whether there will be a change here, the change, yes. But exactly how, we will see here with the other cards as we go into complete detail. So, and then we have here, as you have already seen, we have the Lovers. With the Lovers, it shows again that it is also a decision of the heart. A decision of the heart is being made here. And regarding the relationship, the change is that it comes from the heart, and above all, that the hearts are speaking here. This is shown very clearly. It goes into this togetherness. In any case, these values, that one also sees this loyalty. Because somewhere, as I said, there is still a tiny bit of struggle. But decisions of the heart and an irresistible attraction. This is what is currently happening inside your loved one's heart, where he might still have a decision to make. And where also this sees the beginning as well. So this security, maybe there is still a lack of security here at the moment, but where? Also this chance and the opportunity is something Then let's see if anything else is shown. Now I'm going to get a little bit more of humorous entertainment. What we saw at the beginning, as far as the material is concerned, it only shows what I find fantastic now, that it is already in the thoughts. In the thoughts, the change, to embrace change. Truly wonderful. I just need something for clarification here. So, the thoughts, the new beginning, the transformation, that is shown, that is the main theme for him. To trust in everything. He couldn't trust love until now. This familial aspect, this affection, this depth. I say familial. What is touched upon here also shows that perhaps it has never been the case for him or her to have truly lived love. The connection. He may have never been completely at peace with love. He has never really opened up, because we also see a heart opening. Because fundamentally, I then have heartfelt people lying there. He repeatedly experienced disappointment. These heart disappointments from his past are there, but he also disappointed you. What he experienced, he practically passed on to you. And that's the thing. He's thinking about it because he knows something went terribly wrong here. And something is also going wrong here. But with him, I see the separation from what was into this new thing. Also regarding material things, it was always about showing off materially on the outside. He has never fully lived as his true self, always only on the outside. The material was perhaps defined through the material, shown outwardly. That was only important. Only when he could give something or present something, hence important. And we have the detachment from the old, because we are completely moving into change with him here. He is moving into change. The tide is turning. We have the transformation. He is engaging more in communication and change. As for a relationship, I can tell you quite certainly a yes. There will be more communication here where there may have always been misunderstandings. This will now be discussed. And if you enter into a relationship again or start a relationship with each other, it is shown that more conversations take place here, especially heartfelt conversations really about feelings. What bothers one or the other, what is also there. You will also, if you have ever been in a relationship, talk about it, not right at the beginning, so I don't have it like that. Yes, that it is talked to death. I already have this misunderstanding, because there was also a misunderstanding. You didn't understand him. He didn't understand you, but you also didn't understand him, because he didn't really reveal anything about himself. And as a result, a gap emerged. And that is being discussed. That will be resolved. I have the transformation, the new beginning, the change, the alteration lying in the positive. And you can see it yourselves. It is truly fantastic. Positive as it is here. This is being discussed. And above all, that people also speak openly with each other. Not only that he says what he doesn't want, but that he also asks you, what do you not want, or what do you wish for? What do you want? Your loved one will also respond to your wishes, and there will be solutions. I have the entire conversation oriented towards solutions. The change, for some it might happen again in a conversation that he briefly experiences this. Flinch and very briefly slip into this old pattern of behavior that he comes briefly, but only briefly. I have it very briefly that it is replaced again. These are just short sequences that are shown. And then again, this deep breath, especially your calmness that you emit in the conversation, in the proximity as well. In this yes, this. You also need this a lot, the contact which will also exist between you. And this calmness, this heart, this love, this warmth that you emit will also take him along in this pull. To feel warmth and completely from this brief relapse into the past or the old behavior patterns that will also be resolved again. I have it quickly. So I don't mean that we are talking about days and weeks here, and where everything completely falls back again. No, not at all. Above all, I also have that which lies in secrecy. Maybe you have always remained in secrecy, the connection between you, or only up to a certain radius and beyond. No, as far as the public is concerned, or what? Loyal acquaintances, family are concerned. That you, as I said, have only remained within this circle. And it didn't go any further there. And there I have completely opened up, also making it completely public. I find this standing together fantastic. Change in the domestic area, that here he or she wants to come into complete stability with you. That also means this stability where one says to the other, okay, I want to move in with you here. Let's ignite the whole thing together. Here, complete stability is shown, which has been shaky all the time. And maybe such an on-off about this, okay, we see each other sometimes, or I only come to you. So nothing half, nothing whole. What was not stable is now coming into stability. And we have here a big change in double form. Here lies stability, big change, happy change, and turning point. A new start. So if you have ever been in a relationship, a new start. Above all, I see with you, if you have ever been in a relationship, never truly lived the love, your love, it was always blocked. Something was always outside, always interfering, always in between. If you say, well, the relationship is over now, it's a done deal. No, according to this reading, it's not a done deal yet. And also not that he completely falls back into old behavior patterns here. As I said, it might happen briefly, but through your charisma, through the conversation, through your energy quickly brings him back, whoosh, pulls him back and says, hey, the heart, because the heart starts beating again, it quickly climbs back up saying, hey, all right, stop, here I am. I am now showing myself very clearly again because I have this quick action. And your loved one listens to their heart because it quickly seizes the energy here, takes control, and immediately shows itself again. What he has been hiding and holding back all the time was also the love. But here we have loyalty, love, standing by each other, and also this domestic change. So, as I said, that one says, okay, we are moving in together or we are moving back together, whatever is shared. I have shared activities. This lightness, it was completely missing here in the past between the two of you, but this lightness, there was always something in the relationship, in the connection, that then interfered. Perhaps it was only discussed when something negative came from outside, from others, because one problem basically chased the next, more or less. And then it always came like an avalanche, like, well, that was also the case in your relationship. I have the interference here. The lightness was missing. As I said, it goes out into the lightness. And the love between you, it is real, also from him. Because with him, it is shown very, very clearly the loyalty. Even if he might not have been faithful to you, no matter what was between you, we also have a major turning point because he doesn't want to go back anymore. Because he wants stability with you, to live love with you. And even if you have been in a relationship before, the love was never over. It was always there. It was simply locked away in the safe, put in the freezer, but it is there. And now it briefly comes up, releases. The safe is opened. The love is back again or taken out of the freezer. And it completely thaws everything here and reveals itself in full splendor. Truly, and this deep, loyal, honest, true love is fantastic. I feel the familial aspect very strongly here, more of this togetherness, because you absolutely fit together perfectly. I sense the friendship between the two of you, the friendship that endures, especially the trust. Well, maybe it was a bit broken. The trust from his side. Yes, okay, which is what broke the trust in you. But that's what's completely changing now. Because this trust is being rebuilt. It also takes a certain amount of time. That means carefully approaching each other, like getting to know each other anew. Trust is being rebuilt, and it means you can trust her or them as well. Because it is very, very important to him not to lose you again. He also has a major issue which is related to loss. And as I said, these are his past experiences, which have repeated over and over again. I see the multiple repetitions, and always the same pattern. Only the last one, whether it was a relationship or before he met you, a relationship really hit hard here. So that really struck home. And I also see the move here. So that means if he perhaps lives at a greater distance, the greater distance, what then? It says, okay, we will find a solution here. Either he moves to you or you meet somewhere in the middle. Something. I see a lot of solutions here. I also see the conversations being completely solution-oriented. But this togetherness regarding the solution, not just him, in his ego mode, but completely including you, fully integrating you into his life, and wanting to be fully involved in your life as well. And as I said, this is this encounter, this re-encounter on a different level between the two of you, but I see it here beautifully, full of love, full of heart, full of warmth. And yes, a change is shown towards the absolutely positive. Of course, no relationship is perfect. So there are always one or two small struggles. But here, I see more of this. You quickly get back on track with each other. So this picking up, this very quick, when just for a moment. What is it? Oh, now something old is slipping back again. Just for a moment, as if you look at each other and smile. And one knows what the other is saying. This nonverbal communication. And you feel it then because you have much more feeling. The love, the feeling, living your relationship. And as I said just briefly, it can always give a little something, but it is minimal. The big picture is important here. There I have both of you living. So, and I really like the card a lot. Death doesn't mean that it's not something dramatic. I find it here. It fits so wonderfully here. Because death shows what the farewell of a phase is. This phase from the past, old behavior patterns, negative behavior patterns are discarded. The old ends, the new begins. The transition is shown a transformation. And embrace the positive, the happiness, because your loved one also knows that you do him incredibly well. And you are still in his heart. You are still in his heart and not just as a friend. As I said, I see the connection between the two of you. What you have in common, what you like to eat together, the same preferences, maybe the same hobby, the same movies, for example. Just mentioning everything as an example now. So there I see the interest very strongly. Not completely everything 100%, that would be boring. It would be somehow too monotonous. But as I said, the big picture looks really beautiful. Now we have the coins again, and we have the 7 of coins. 7 coins represent slow growth between the two of you, a good development and love blossoms. Slowly, again, completely deep, firm and stable. So it is a change again. Out of this loss, out of this exhaustion, especially out of this short-sightedness as well. Here, long-term planning is also done, stable, as I said, familial. And out of the loss, out of the fear of loss, because this trust between the two of you will be completely rebuilt as if new. Of course, you are also such that it takes a little while for you to fully trust again. And you might question one thing or another for yourself. But here it also means for you to remain calm, that you accept the new. Well, of course, that one is a bit on guard. But he will also give you trust and show you what is very, very important. Especially with the 7 of coins, this also shows Yes, as I said, the slow growth and this change and getting out of this whole exhaustion, out of this exhausted phase, out of this exhaustion that the outside world might have repeatedly given you. And therefore, it is wonderful. And yes, there will be a change, a positive change. If you say you want to enter the relationship again because he or she definitely wants it. I wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart, lots of love, and a warm hug to all of you. Goodbye.